Alright, there we go. Here we are, people. We've made it so far. So if you don't know what's happening, GimR is this big streamer, and he's saying that he has a big meta change. Now, yesterday he ran into technical difficulties and could not post a video. Alright, so let's see the tech. Huh? What the? From B. Phantom footstooling. Okay. Phantom footstooling. What the heck? I was just trying to change the meta. Huh? Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. We have got audio on, but
I don't know what it
is. He's been studying this for a long time, apparently.
It's back to the lab with me. I'll see you guys next time.
GimR, you need to get help, bro. You need to get help.
Today, fanatical content. He is going the meta. Let's see it. He says it's finally changing. Let's see what this big revolutionary thing is going to be. I'm actually excited. I was about to make a rant on this, but then he posted something and I stopped it because my information was outdated. Alright, let's see it. We are live reacting. Oh. Okay.
What's up, guys? GimR, the video game scientist from VG Bootcamp here. It's time to change the meta. A lot of labbing, a lot of research, and I'm really, really happy with what I've come up with. I want to give some shout outs real quick just at the beginning. My brother John for helping me throw this all together. My brother Apostle, who's been there for me, co-founder of VG Bootcamp. My girlfriend Chair for helping me film the teaser trailer. That was a lot of fun. And just everybody that is helping make this happen. So let's jump into it. First thing I just wanted to say is make sure and stick around till the end. I have a very, very special announcement I'm making, and you guys are going to love it. I'm really excited to do even more cool stuff for episode 2 of GimR's Live. So make sure and give me a follow. Now, after the whole Phantom footstool disaster of 2019, I knew that if I announced this tech, y'all weren't going to believe me unless the pros backed me up. So I sat down with some of the pros and I showed it to them. But I didn't show them how to do it or how it worked. This was their reaction.
Alright.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the footstool thing you discovered is really good. It is good. It's a long video too, let's go. This is the level we're getting right now.
Alright, so it looks like it's professionals reacting to it.
Alright, here we go. That's...
Oi. This must...
That's full print. What are you gonna do?
This is fucking crazy.
Oh shit!
What are you supposed to do with this?
He's trying to show grab. Can I see it again?
Okay.
It's dealing with so many defensive options at the same time. That's what's so cool about stuff like this.
Oh, so it looks like a way to...
Dude, it's better because I can just spam day more.
Oh no! I think it's an offensive strat, guys.
You broke in the morning. It's good. It's like infinite pressure.
No.
It's like the way dashing in the air.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, look at the angles you get. This is my kind of shit.
Bro, if most of them are safe, everyone's safe.
It's really broken.
Okay.
It's like, once this is actually a
It's
thing.
called. Alright, fuck, alright, make sure.
Just instantly think.
Okay.
Everything I'm about to show you is made possible by the development of a small group of mechanics rolled into one that I coined the slingshot.
Okay.
The slingshot is a small group of overlapping mechanics that creates multiple options from a singular bufferable starting point. Its quality of life change, which leads to input shortcuts and advanced movement options. These new
Ah.
options can be applied to every aspect of the on-stage game. At the end of the day, you get more control over your character. The slingshot consists of semi-technical inputs, but it is lenient in practice. It's our chance to integrate a technique that can create a skill gap for those who are willing to put in the extra work. I truly believe this can change the meta, but as Ultimate players, you're going to have to be willing to be patient on something that you're not going to be able to implement into your game in one sitting. This isn't a one-for-one comparison, but it took Melee players quite a while to be able to consistently wave dash, and they rolled with the punches until they got it right. So seriously, if you really, really want to level up and you want to have more fun playing the game, take the time to learn this. And don't give up. And at the end of the day, it actually isn't that hard. And it's pretty lenient, like I said before.
So it's. Oh, I see. Oh. Isn't that like a thing already in Ultimate? Isn't that like L cancel? Just utilizing L canceling? Oh. I think it's just taking the frame precision from it and using like what he said about the slingshot and applying L canceling. That's my best guess right now. Okay, holy cow, what? That's insane! What the heck? That's just, no! Why? You can instant cancel that! That's so stupid! I don't think he was lying when he said this wasn't gonna change the meta. I didn't believe it! This is actually gonna do it! No! No! Gotta throw the up smashes! No! That's...
So
why?
I'm sure you all wondered why I put an infinite symbol in the trailer. I wanted to misdirect you guys. You just saw the showcase and you saw how Lucas was moving. Every character in their own way can make a sort of movement loop like this. So that was actually what I was showing. And that's just one little piece of the puzzle. Now the slingshot has different variations and sub-variations. They work differently for each character based on their air attributes. In this presentation, you're going to see a lot of Lucas because I feel like this character is one of the most versatile with the slingshot, so I get to show a lot of different options with just one character. But this works for every character. Every character gets new options. Every character gets better spacing. Every character gets to play how they want and avoid the pitfalls Ultimate has when it comes to moving and getting stuck in movement patterns that you don't actually want to do. I'm telling you right now, because this is a bufferable input shortcut and a new movement option at its core, I constantly think of new uses for it in different parts of the game. There's so much utility this brings to the game. And after this presentation, y'all are going to find so many more unique uses for it. If you're wondering why I called it the slingshot, it's pretty simple. Mainly, it's 2 syllables, so it rolls off the tongue nicely. Wave dash, slingshot. And also, the name kind of aligns with the movement as well as the controller input. So voila, the slingshot. So let's get into the meat and potatoes a little bit. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how and why slingshotting works, the problems it solves, its different variations and sub-variations, showcase the new options it brings to the table, and show how to apply it in almost every aspect of the onstage game.
Holy
In its simplest form, the slingshot has 2 controller stick inputs in quick succession. Dash, forward or back, then down back or up back. But generally down back is a bit better, as it has more utility. If done correctly, your character will dash in the initial direction, but they won't dash back. For most uses, slingshot is almost always followed up with jump. Technically speaking, that would be like a slingshot hop, but because it's almost always used that way, we'll probably just default to slingshot for that. Now, those two inputs I talked about aren't like something that people don't know about, but I think it's mostly known at a very basic level, and nobody really looked into it much further besides doing like full hop RARD aerials really fast. But this one simple input like has lots of layers and different mechanics like on top of it. It was all kind of like right there, but like it wasn't obvious. It was like a very simple mechanic. How would we ever know? And honestly, I completely found this on accident. And that's why I decided to start going into it more. There are three main slingshot variations: the flick shot,
Okay.
the hold shot,
Like shot.
and the full shot.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to explain the flick shot first and use that as a base to go over a bunch of the different mechanics related to the slingshot, and then go over the other variations and reveal more and more. Okay,
All right.
This is how you do the flick shot. For this example, we're going to do a flick shot that starts with a dash to the left.
Okay, give me a
Dash left, flick your controller to the bottom right, press jump. If done correctly, you'll instantly be facing right, but you'll fly left at max airspeed. And you stay at max airspeed for a bit. When I say flick, I mean flick, so it goes back to neutral.
Oh. Give me a moment, guys. Yeah, I told you.
The goal here is to get the jump out around frame 5, frame 6. It might seem really quick, but when you practice it enough, you'll get used to it. Now, the reason this happens is because you go from max ground speed into your jump squat animation. Jump squat animations have no ground friction, which means for those 3 frames, they're at max ground speed until the first airborne frame. Every character's max ground speed is higher than their max airspeed. So you're in your max airspeed on that first frame. Something that until this was not possible to do this quickly out of a dash. And I'll get to it a little bit later, but you can do it even faster for a specific reason. Because of this, there are 2 really nice sub variations. One where you hold left, and you have quite a bit of time to do it with most characters.
All right.
And you continue at max air drift all the way back.
I'm going to train guys right now and seeing if I can pull this off. All right.
And the second one, which doesn't work great on all characters, you drift back.
I'm going to be using Lucas and see if I can follow that.
Now, if you're having trouble, I'm going to diagnose your problem and how to fix it. If you notice your character's kind of like not flying back, then your control stick was not neutral on the first airborne frame. It was being pressed in a direction. To fix this, all you have to do is flick it a little bit faster. If your character isn't turning around, it means you're pressing jump before your control stick crosses that threshold. So just delay the jump a little bit. So that's the flick shot's 3 main variations, and you can already see a lot of movement options being opened up.
Holy cow.
Next, let's go over the hold shot. The input is similar, but it's a way different outcome. Instead of flicking the control stick, you hold it in that down back diagonal. Just like the flick shot, you'll go from max ground speed to max airspeed. The difference is, on that very first airborne frame, you'll also be pushing back in the opposite direction with decently high air acceleration. Getting that drift input on the first airborne frame actually makes a big difference, since you're bursting in one direction and on the first frame also immediately pushing back. The full shot is the exact same thing as the hold shot. The difference is, after you press jump, you roll your control stick from down back to holding full back. So on your first airborne frame, your max ground speed is competing with your max initial air acceleration, so it gives more of a boost than the hold shot.
I think I...
Every character is different.
Holy cow.
Some need the full shot to hit certain angles, some need the flick shot, some need the hold shot. It's all based on that character's attributes, and obviously a character like Lucas can like completely overcome their initial momentum, while a big character is going to have trouble but still get a lot of movement options for this. Now that we know how to do a slingshot, let's talk about the buffer system and how important it is to slingshot. Dashes have a 7-frame buffer. That means if you buffer a dash within 7 frames of another move ending, the dash will come out on the first available frame. And there's this weird mechanic that makes it so if you buffer a dash in that 7-frame window, and then afterwards, in that 7-frame window, you buffer down back or up back, the dash will still come out on the first available frame. But you're still holding down back or up back. This means you have 7 frames to buffer a slingshot, and all you have to do is time the jump right after the previous animation's over. So if you start perfecting a 5 or 6 frame slingshot hop, you can buffer it at the very end of other animations, and all you have to do is time the jump. Now let's take what we just learned about this buffer system and create a new movement option. We're going to dash forward and then buffer a back dash flick shot. So the jump starts almost right after the buffered back dash starts. And this is what you get.
Dash reverse flick.
Okay, now let's talk about special moves. This is actually really cool. You're able to very easily run back, instantly turn around, and do a buffered special move. So you got flick shot, you got hold shot, and you got full shot. With the flick shot, you get your neutral B.
I'm trying to practice this tech. So you need to do it at the very beginning, and honestly, I'm getting like an RNG actually. I think I actually pulled it off. So if you don't know, I'm just training in training mode right now. Holy
With the
cow.
hold shot, you get down B. And with a full shot, you get side B. This just opens up a lot of options because normally this is just way too hard to do consistently. So now you have a very, very comparatively easy way to do this. Now let's add wave bouncing on top of that. It just adds like this really dynamic piece of movement gameplay with your special moves that it just was way too hard to do before.
Nice. Holy cow, what the... That's really awesome. I bet top players are going to be using this. Definitely. I could... This, like, gives the players a lot of trick pressure. Like,
I'm really excited to see you guys get creative with your characters. Okay, now let's talk about aerials. Because of the freedom of movement that Slingshot gives you, it lets you do aerials where and when you want to. When you Slingshot with a C-stick, it barely affects your aerial limit.
Oh, whoa. I'm getting better at it. Holy cow, I'm actually getting better at it. Like, as he's doing it. I have to pay attention to my controller and have it on Zoom, but I think it'll only be a matter of, like, a few weeks of training before I can.
For example, when you do down throw back air with Pell, when you do attack kicks, it kind of forces you into your opponent. So if you mess up and miss them, you're like inside of it. But if you do a full shot back air, Pally will burst towards them, and the back air will pretty much land in the same spot. But because she's immediately pulling back, she'll drift away. And if you mess up, they're not going to be able to punish you.
Whoa.
One thing I wanted to briefly touch on is hurtbox shifting. For many characters, the slingshot shifts their hurtbox back better than backdashes. In this clip, Sheik back airs shield,
No.
tries to dash away, and gets shield grabbed.
I think it.
In this next clip, she does a slingshot instead and gets away.
Nice.
And with characters like Mewtwo, whose tail is always getting in the way, slingshotting instantly puts his tail behind him, which gives Mewtwo so many more options now because he doesn't have to deal with running away and getting clipped.
No. That I don't think he was
Now
lying.
let's talk about shield pressure. This is like one of the greatest things about the slingshot. Because you now have way better control over your character, this means you can space your arrows on shield better.
Huh.
But not only that, after you hit their shield, you can come back at them and space the aerial again, properly.
I think I might become a Lucas Dane. I'm not sure. I'm learning how to pull it off with Lucas, and that's about it. So I'm gonna quit, and while he's keep talking, I'm gonna learn how to do it with other characters. Guys, I am not kidding. I am actually learning how to do this tech as this stream is going on.
And the way that the slingshot works, it kind of puts you in that position that's really hard for most out of shield options to punish. And then you get to come back on top of them if you want to. And because you save so many frames, this is like the only way to hit someone's shield, jump out of that burst range, then whiff the grab, and then you come back on top of them and actually punish the grab.
Whoa, nice. Oh no. Grabbing out a shield is no longer nearly as good. So it's a lot riskier now.
And because of this, it allows you to hit certain things that are generally just like harder to hit. Like look at this clip of Pikachu punishing multiple out of shield options with slingshot fair.
Alright. Oh. Okay. No. No! Why is Pikachu even more broken? Yeah, and as I said, I'm learning how to do this tech as he's speaking. I'm already coming up with so many movement
I
options.
want to be clear about something. There's going to be a lot of people that see this and they're going to think it's the same as other things that have already been discovered. There's no other way to do this. The other options aren't as quick, are far more technical, so it's hard to consistently do them, and they're just really precise. Let's take instant roaring, for example. After the initial dash, you have to do a frame perfect back dash and press jump on the same frame. It also doesn't have all the other options the slingshot does, and the slingshot can be buffered, and it's way more lenient for mistakes. There are just so many things the slingshot can do, and I know after I put this out, people are going to discover other stuff. Here's a quick breakdown of some of the other things you can do with this. If you do the slingshot but you don't jump, you can actually buffer a pivot grab in the opposite direction, like really, really quickly, like frame perfectly.
Oh,
and
whoa!
it's not nearly as hard to do. Another really cool thing.
I didn't realize that. Oh my god!
The difference is instead of holding it down back, you want to hold up back, and then all you have to do is time the jump and the A press. This is like the only way to get a 3-frame dash instant reverse up smash. Now, this Ridley combo probably doesn't actually matter, but it's not possible without the slingshot.
Okay. It's like a 330. That's it. You say it doesn't matter. That's a free 30%.
Let's talk about Shotos. So, one, just the flick shot is really good for them in general. But secondly, if you land with an aerial, you can now do a back air towards your opponent. You can just keep doing it over and over. I laughed, and I could not figure out any other way to do this without the slingshot. The slingshot allows Peach to dash, turn around float, and back air with ease.
Oh no! That's a nightmare! Oh my god, I'm so...
The flick shot also allows you to do instant dash forward, reverse, Z drop items. All you have to do is flick shot and then time the jump and Z press macro.
Dude, I'm so interested. You know what, Gamer? I am giving you a personal apology for ever making the rant video. I was going to make a rant video, and I personally apologize.
And it was way more precise and hard to do consistently. Another really cool thing is Tomahawk. Now, normally people do tomahawk grabs, but because this thing explodes you so far back so quickly, you can tomahawk with slingshot aerials and slingshot special moves. If you're under a platform, it also makes it much easier to land on the platform with the aerial space throw.
Yeah, let's see it. No. That is very funny.
But
how are you
that
supposed to
is the slingshot. I really hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. I've been doing a lot of labbing with this, and like I really wanted to just show you all the cool things you could do. I am very certain other things will be discovered, and other characters have really cool options with it that I haven't even thought of. And the main thing is, like I talked about earlier, there's a little bit of a barrier to entry. But because it's so lenient, you have like 7 frames because of the buffer window and all that. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. And yeah, like it could very well, if people are willing to do it, create a little bit of skill gap, because you'll have to learn this in order to be able to compete, because of all of the options it gives you now, especially when it comes to movement, air momentum, and stuff like that. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching this. It's going to be on YouTube. Actually, you might be watching this on YouTube. But yeah, I finally got it out. Working on this for so long, I like because I own 3 companies, I have to find my spots to work on stuff like this. I'm not a content creator. This is like the thing I do for fun. So like getting like 4 hours a week and just trying to find a spot where I'm not that tired to do it. But it was really fun, and I'm happy how it turned out. So thanks again for watching. I actually have a very special announcement.
All right.
It's back to the lab with me. I'll see you guys next time. And check out this announcement.
All right, let's see it.
What's up, guys? GimR the video game scientist from VG Bootcamp here. Let's mix things up a little bit.
Is this a tournament? It's a tournament! Oh no. Competitive has its on and off. Nashville has its off. Oh. Riddles, Cosmos, Fleet, Light, Mars. I've seen some big names here. Big content. Big pro players. Qualify at Cavalry 7. 6 more players to invited to innovative voting and shop system. And then 20% of. What does that mean? Alright. Raise the price forward and awesome event. I am telling you, I am learning this. And I will make a video on it. Nice. So he's making a tournament as well. Wait, does that move? Alright. Huh? Yeah, he's muted. But holy cow. I do not think he was joking.
Online Invitational offline. And hey everyone, I hope you liked the Invitational announcement. I'm really excited to bring this to y'all. I've been working on this with Apostle for so long now, and we're just so excited to do it. So with Smash World Tour last year, we were able to do some invitational events in Xanadu, and we were able to kind of remake the place into this really cool, just really cool with really nice atmosphere. And I just I kind of got inspired, and I really wanted to bring my online Gimvitational offline and do it really cool and really big. So the event is June 16th through 19th, and we're going full force with this. You know, we're gonna have Twitter nomination phase, voting phase, vote your favorite players in, help raise the prize pool, which is starting at $10,000. Has a lot of your favorite players. As you saw, the last player was kind of a question mark. Just a specific person I've been having trouble getting in touch with, but I think today after the tech presentation, I'm going to get in touch with. The biggest thing we're excited about with the Invitational is that we're having the player fund attached to it. And basically the way that it works is 20% net profit of all donations and merch sales go to that fund. And basically all the players who have to campaign and go through the voting phase, which, you know, can be pretty vigorous. Wait, that was wrong. Rigorous. It can be rough. So we wanted to be able to give back in a way that really encourages, you know, bringing more money into the event to unlock goals and do all this really, really cool stuff. So it's going to be really cool. And the way it works is your percentage of votes compared to the overall votes, you get that percentage of the money raised. Now, the second thing that I'm really, really excited about is, you know, it's invitational, it's experimental, you know, we want to try new things, and we really have an opportunity to work on a hazards on, hazards off rule set that could actually really work at tournaments now that we know how to set up switches in a way where players can't make mistakes. The reason we didn't introduce the stage list is because we haven't finalized it, and also, you know, we want to talk to players, we want to get feedback. We didn't want to just throw it out there and then we have to change it. But there's a lot of things we're thinking about. I'm going to do way more research. I've already been doing a lot of research just to give you one idea of what I'm thinking of. People don't like FD, right? So I kind of like looked at hazards off pick to chat, and the ceiling's higher, so you know you can take a hit and disadvantage better. But the sides are a little bit smaller, so you got to be careful. It has walls, you know, which introduces something more unique, especially since we got rid of Yoshi's. So as far as I'm aware, Kalos is the only walled stage that we use on most rule sets now. And on top of that, it has those little curved edges, which allows players to do that auto cancel thing and get off the ledge quickly, and it makes it harder to do these really annoying ledge traps. That being said, I have to see like how jank that corner is. If the characters just can walk straight up, then it's not jank. But if like some weird stuff happens, you might have to be a little careful with it. But that's one thing I've been looking at. I think that might be cool. Obviously, I'm not dead set on it, but you know, there's a lot of really cool things we could do with that, and I think it could create some really interesting combos and fun stuff like that. Also, we're working really hard on the side events that you guys can unlock. I don't know if you remember at Smash 4 Boot Camp, but we had those quads, and those were really, really cool. So I'm excited to bring that back and like adjust the rules a little bit, because we had the really cool like ban system. You can only have one person play. Maybe bring in metered Smash, because it's 4v4, that can make things more interesting, because it's not a smash ball that everybody goes and hits. It's like you get it. You know, it could be like 1v4 and somehow someone brings it back, which is usually not possible in quads. Team attack will likely be on, which will make it really interesting too. And you want to set up a system where like you can zoom into different parts of the stage. It's just a lot of fun stuff like that. Like we're really, really excited. Seriously, like this is going to be a lot of fun. You know, we want to bring all the best commentators out. I haven't reached out to them yet, but y'all know who you are. Come on. What's up, TK? But yeah, I'm just really excited for it. And Apostle is too. And we're working really, really hard on it. So really appreciate if you guys showed your support when we open up the shop, and show the players support, because the money you donate goes towards them, goes towards the event, goes towards them, it goes towards paying for the event, all this cool stuff. And it's my event. It's the GIM Invitational. And it was really fun. It was a really fun thing that I got to do to help in the quarantine era and keep people interested and make things interesting. So stay tuned for more updates. And we're working on some really cool, like, experimental, labby based merch, and like analytical. And I've come up with a lot of cool ideas for the Apostle, so it's gonna be fun. Shout out to Spiff and the other artists that'll be helping. See ya.
All right, is that it? I think that's it.
Hello? Oh, I gotta turn off Hungrybox. I gotta turn off Hungrybox. Hey, what? Am I looking at you, Hungrybox? Is that where you are right there? What's up?
All right. Holy cow. That is actually...
All right, can you all hear me?
All right.
Am I hearable?
Yeah,
Actually, I gotta open up my chat.
Yeah, you are. You are.
What is up, everybody? I didn't really plan on streaming after this, but you know, might as well because I'm never gonna do something like this this big ever again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I wouldn't have done it that big if I didn't think it was gonna be that big. So the only thing I'm worried about now is like for some reason something happening and people still are just I don't want to do it still and all that and all that. So
No.
oh wait, I got Void here. Let me I gotta turn on my desktop audio though.
Oh, the classic streamer.
Yo, Void talk.
Hello?
Oh, it's
Yo. Oh,
It's too lit.
Alright.
let's go. Woo.
Why you keep showing the sheet? You gotta lighten up on that, man.
Wait, hold on. Even worse,
Wait.
he goes, this is crazy for the
All right. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe.